Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little. Expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. They addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited. Bet your friends watching in the house and your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't wanna miss a second of this HD content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn your back and tell you sorry, try again, Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Hey, what's goody, you guys? What's up? What's up, Hood Nation? What's up? Hey, Memphis T, how you doing, love? Member, how are you this evening? Good evening back to you. I appreciate you for being a longtime member as well. And everybody in the chat who's coming in, please make sure you guys like and share the video on your way in, please, and thank you very much. And of course, feel free to subscribe to the Hood Table. And we do have memberships as well. And also, if you want to donate to the commentary or to the platform, our Cash App is $, the Hood Table 402. Now, you guys, I have been working all day. But while I've been working, I did take some time over my lunch break, and I did come through. So if y'all miss our Power Season 4, Episode 4 TV show review this afternoon when I was on my lunch break, please check that out, especially if you are a Power fan. I think next week is going to be the mid-season finale for Power Ghost spinoff, and then the second half of the season is going to start in September. I think that's what Tracy's World said. Y'all know Tracy World, right? Tracy World is back on the scene. She's slowly easing her way back on the scene. Hopefully she'll be doing lives on her own show pretty soon, but she has been doing the last two reviews with me with Power, and I've been enjoying doing those reviews with her and enjoying you guys chiming in and tuning in to the reviews with us. So yeah, I've been loving that. So Tracy, shout out to Tracy's World, because we both love us some Power, okay? But what's up, Kenola? Thank you for becoming a new member. Appreciate it. Official Hood Nation. That's what's up. Thank you so much, Ken. I appreciate that. And hey, Robin, how are you doing? How are you guys doing? Come on in. Come on in. Now, I know there are a few people live right now, so I'm just trying to, get in where I fit in, because I know some people's going to go live later too. People been going live like back to back to back, like the old school, the back in the day, B sector, when people was just going back to back to back to back. So, and sometimes you just got to get in where you fit in, even if it's somebody you really like going live too, you just got to get in there. Otherwise you won't get in. Okay. So anyway, Black Pearl, what's up? Kenda, what's up? How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so I really only got two things to discuss. I've been watching a lot of videos. I've been watching Yaya. Of course, I've been watching Reed and Ronnie Q and JW, and I watched Bree, and who else did I watch? Oh gosh, I be forgetting people. But oh yeah, Lemon. I was watching Lemon. I went to sleep on Lemon, woke up to Lemon, and Lemon went to sleep on us. Like, I got up this morning and Lemon was on the live for about, I don't know when it ended, but he was on there for about a good 30 minutes, 30, 45, 60 minutes. Sleep, I assume. Because everybody was like, dang, Lemon. He was gone. The show was just rolling and rolling, and everybody had dropped off. But yeah, Lemon, I think he needed a nap. But anyway, I just want to discuss two things, and one of them was Vegas trip. The Vegas trip commentary, I don't know if it can get any better, y'all. I swear every day it seems to get better and better and better. And now they are not letting Chat Rep, they're not letting Sheffy Weffy live. They already was going in on her and talking about her and discussing the whole fundraiser thing, and she shouldn't go. They don't want her there if she can't get her way there. Da 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 da. Why they, sending her somewhere with people? We done went through all of that, right? And now she wants to take her little doggy woggy, Chefy Weffy, want to take her little doggy woggy to Vegas. And they is not giving, boy, they let Wes have it. I was over there watching Pastor, and I ain't gonna lie, Pastor had me laughing so hard today, y'all. That Pastor Jay Wilson, he can be something else, especially when he get all theatrical and animated. And man, Pastor had me over there crying. He had Sheffy on the panel. Sheffy got on the panel because Pastor was like, I think the show is called Mess or something like that. And Pastor was like, I know y'all lying to me. I know y'all gotta be playing. And I'm like, what is he talking about? What is he talking about? What did happen now? And he starts talking about Sheffy Weffy is trying to take her dog to Vegas. Even though Ness said she didn't want no dogs or no pets down in the Vegas, even though I thought Sheffy was about to be going down there with Pastor. I don't know if she's going to be with both groups or rolling with Pastor or rolling with Ness. I don't know. But I would hope that she would get to, socialize with as many people as she, wants to once she's down there. But they was letting her have, Jay Wilson wasn't letting Wes live. Boy, he was like, Sheffy, if you don't leave that dog at home and put that dog in a doggy daycare, if you don't leave that dog at your mama house and tell her not to feed that dog some chicken, man, he had me cracking up. And he was like talking about Lolo too. I don't know what's up with Lolo, but I don't know if Lolo out there in the clouds or whatever. But he was talking about Lolo or somebody. Was it Sheffy needed suitcases or Lolo needed suitcases? I don't know what the fuck. But Jay Wilson is basically like, you know what? If y'all keep on asking for stuff or y'all keep on begging for stuff, then people who really need something, people are not going to want to donate or not want to contribute to the people who really need something. And then a lot of people talk about Sheffy, like, you talking about you can afford to pay for your dog to go, which means basically you got to pay extra money to get your dog on the plane. That means a ticket there, ticket back. Then you have to get like kennels and all that kind of stuff. And then if you go to a hotel that even allows pets, then you have to pay extra money at the hotel as well. And I don't know how much it costs for a hotel to have a pet there because I ain't never took a pet to a hotel. Back in the day, when we used to travel and we had a pet back in the day, we just would ask somebody to keep them. Or I would have like, somebody come to the house and keep them. Drop him off, take him a whole bunch of food, his dog food, his toys, and we just left him. Like I never traveled with a dog, but I do know some people, dogs are really have a really sentimental value to a lot of people, and they do treat them as family. They do look at them as family. And I heard somebody say, I don't know who it was, I don't remember what panel it was on, but who was it? Was that Dragons? Whoo, child. I think I was watching Pizza. That's who else I was watching. I was watching Pizza Pie. And oh my God. They was talking about the dog and Sheffield. What's up, Grinch? Hey, how y'all doing? What's up, Blackberry Molasses? Caramel Latte. Come on in, y'all. Make sure y'all like and share the video. But yes, they were talking about Sheffy on Pizza's panel, and Sheffy hit the panel. And Sheffy was like, but this my baby. This my child. This my kid or some shit like that. And Dragons had me cracking up. Dragons was like, first of all, that dog didn't come out your poo nanny. That dog is not your baby. That's a pet. But I get it. Now, me personally, don't judge me. But whenever we had a dog, it was like the dog. Okay, I didn't treat the dog like it was family. I didn't treat the dog like it was my baby. That was when I was a child and a grown-up. I mean, the dog was a dog. The dog was a pet. And then back in the day, like, I don't know about y'all, but back in the day, it wasn't all that dogs in the house shit like they do now. Again, no shade. It wasn't none of that. Like the dog had to stay outside. It had to be a blizzard or a tornado, a lightning storm, a drought, like extreme heat. It had to be something major for my dad to be like, okay, bring the dog in. And when you bring the dog in, put his ass in the basement. I'm like, Dad, okay, all right. So, and tie him up to a pole down there so he don't be running all over the place. That's how it was when we was growing up, okay? It wasn't no dogs coming on no trips, riding in the back of the lax, because my dad had one of them old school lax, the long lax with the man, it had the two long seats. It had like the wings on the back. I don't remember what year that the fish tails or whatever the hell they call it, like the shark. The I don't know what year. What I'm not a car person. Okay, I just remember it was a beautiful black on black car, and he definitely wasn't letting no dog in there on his leather seats or none of that. So I never grew up, treating a dog like that. We fed the dog, we played with the dog, and that was about it, But I understand the people who really love their pets and they want to go everywhere with their pets and they don't trust people to take care of their pets as if it was their children. Me personally, Vegas, for me personally, I wouldn't want to take a dog to Vegas. I just wouldn't. It's for one, you're going to be around so many people. I mean, for two, it's going to be so hot. For three, everybody don't like dogs. And I understand, Sheffy, your dog is cute. She was on Jay Wilson's panel talking about, but he's so cute. He's so cute. How could you say no to Wes? And he told me that he wants me to take him. And I'm just doing what he asked. I was like, child, now we got Sheffy the dog whisper. The dog was talking to Sheffy, child. What's up, Real K, Fitz and Fran and Voodoo? Taylor Made, how y'all doing? Hypnotic Touch. What's up? What's good? You said wishing everyone a wonderful weekend. Thank you. Thank you so much. Back at you, babe. But yes, the Real K Fit, it is too hot in Vegas. And her dog is such a cutie patootie. I mean, he is so cute. But I'm telling you, y'all, I don't know. I've been in a funny mood all day. I think Pastor just took me out when he was talking about Sheffy. But I was just thinking about Soul Plane when they was talking about the dog go in the bottom of the plane, the dog go under your seat, the dog go here, the dog go there. Just make sure he's in a cage and make sure he's in a kennel. And I'm like, the first thing I thought of was Soul Plane when Kevin Hart was sitting on that toilet and the dog flew out the window. And I was like, Lord Jesus. Is that a sign? Is that a premonition that Wes needs to stay home? I think that was a sign of premonition that Wes needs to stay home. Y'all remember how, Final Destination, when you have a premonition, Sheffy, it's gonna be so hot. Dog, man, the doggone pastor said the dog gonna have blood clots and I don't know. Is Sheffy dog sick? I don't know. But Pastor he was like, and you trying to get the dog blood clots? And she was like, well, hold up, Pastor. Dogs can get blood clots? And then Sheffy was just laughing because, it was funny. I ain't gonna lie. Jay Wilson was being serious though. He said, I'm sorry. I'm not laughing, Sheffy. I'm not laughing. Y'all doing too much. You need to leave the dog at home. He said, you cannot be just like, if we all out somewhere and everybody's eating or sitting around enjoying each other, you got the dog there. A lot of people don't like to be around dogs when they're eating. A lot of people don't like, I don't care how cute they are, but a lot of people don't like to be around dogs when they eat. Now, if there's somebody who needs a CNI dog or somebody, with mental disability, something like that, or they need like what do you call those dogs? A comfort dog. Is that what you call a comfort dog, where they just have to have their dog around them? Sheffy talking about finding some type of way, child, to get that dog down there. Get her a CNI card or something, a disability card. I don't know what Sheffy gonna do. So yeah, snakes on the plane. They threw the dogs to. Ooh, I remember that. But yeah, Sheffy was trying to really explain to Pastor why her dog deserves to come on this trip. And when he said the dog can get blood clots, though, I was just so tickled. I was like, Pastor, leave Sheffy alone. Sheffy was just like, He going. Child, she sounded just like Sassy when she was up there arguing with Yaya. And Yaya was trying to get a word in, and Sassy kept saying, she going, she's still going. Sassy, oh, child. I felt like deja vu. I felt like deja vu was Sheffy was doing that to Pastor. He going, he's still going. Wes is going. Hold on, let me read some of y'all comments, child. Who Tay-Bay said, Lord, it's the title for me. Who let the dogs out? You said, are they going to host another bit? You know what, Grace Blood? I would go on mute, but I'm the only one on the panel. So I can't just stay on mute and leave y'all out here by yourself. But yeah, he's cute. He's cute as a button. But the extra expenses, yeah, I definitely wouldn't want to I don't know. See, the thing about it is, if it's a last minute thing, I can certainly understand anybody taking a trip and then got to take their dog. Like if, I don't know, it's emergency, somebody passed away, somebody sick, and you want to make sure you either find somebody who can really care for your dog, or if you don't have the time, you just got to go. But y'all got like a few months to go. What is it going to be in September, October, something like that? August. No, August. It's going to be in August when it's supposed to be really, really hot. You know what? That's what, July, August. We still got 2 more months. We still got 2 more months for, Sheffy, if she wants to find a daycare or a doggy sitter, or find somebody, family, a friend or somebody, to watch the dog for you. But you still got time, because that's a lot of money. And then Pizza, when she was on Pizza's panel, Pizza was like, hold up. Pizza was like, hold the fuck up, bitch. How the fuck you can afford to put him on a plane, round trip, pay for him to stay in the hotel and all this kind of stuff, and you have to have a fundraiser to get you to Vegas? Now that's when I went on mute, and I was at home. I wasn't on the panel. I just went on mute because I'm like, child, yeah, a lot of people has mentioned the same things. I'm gonna be on mute. But yeah, they was like trying to understand it. But yeah, she's trying to get the dog out there. But one thing I gotta tell you, Sheffy, there is some hotels out there, so make sure you do your research. Just like I can't remember who it was on the panel. They were saying make sure you do your research, because some hotels, they do allow pets. You said leave the dog at home with the mom. That's what Jay Wilson said. He was like, leave the dog at home with your mom and just tell your mom not to feed the dog chicken. And I'm like, what the hell? See, I must be missing a lot, because Jay Wilson was acting like the dog was on his last leg. And then Sheffy was like, but Jay Wilson, this might be his last hoorah. I'm like, oh, damn. Is Wes okay, y'all? Like, seriously, is he okay? Because Sheffy was like, Jay Wilson, we ain't never been on a trip together, and this might be his last hoorah. And Jay Wilson talking about you trying to get a dog blood clots, and just leave the dog at home and tell him tell your mama don't feed the dog chicken. And that's right. If she brings Wes out there, she will confine herself to the room, because anything else would be, child. When you have a dog and it's extreme heat, I know down there in that area, even in Texas where my family lived, down there in the San Antonio, down there by Jay Wilson, I got family down there. And in the summertime, they don't leave their dogs outside no more than 5 minutes. Sometimes they sit there and they watch them use the bathroom, and then they bring them immediately back in. There ain't no playing around, ain't no running around in the yard. Bring your butt back on in the house. Get back in the air, because it'd be too hot. And if you leave your dog outside too long in the heat, somebody can call the law on you. And you can get charged with animal cruelty. Just like here in the Midwest, if your dog is outside and it's 0 below and shit like that, the dog covered in snow looking like a goddamn Eskimo or a polar bear, and you got your dog out there while y'all in the house all cuddled up in front of the fireplace, and you can get in some big trouble like that. But yeah, extreme heat, extreme cold, same way. But Vegas, I think, is too hot. I really think it's too hot. And that's probably why Probably why they had the restrictions. Now I don't know if anybody already told her. Hold on, let me read this comment. Hypnotic said, I just gave a client to someone else because they just brought their dog in the salon. Hypnotic. Why y'all sweeping up hair from doing hair? Y'all gotta sweep up doggy hair too? Oh no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm, mm-mm. See, and I am a dog person. If it's a good dog, little dog, a good dog. I ain't no big doggy person. Like one of my sisters, she just moved to New York, by the way. She had this big pit bull. I can't remember what she called the dog, but she loved that dog. Her kids love that dog. Everybody love that dog. Mm-mm-mm. I can't stand being around big dogs, especially pit bulls. I'm just terrified. Okay. I'm just terrified. And so one day I was going to her house. She invited me over. We was playing cards or something like that. And I got there and the dog was at the door. And I said, sis, either the dog go or I gotta go. But he's not gonna bite you. He's not gonna do anything. He's not gonna hurt you. No, I'm sorry, it's a she. She's not gonna hurt you. She don't bite. She don't da 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 da. I said, all right, sis, I'ma see you another day. And I turned around to leave. Love you. She was like, okay. I'll put the dog in the garage. I ain't forcing you. But if you want me over your house and you got this big ass horse of a dog running around the house, and not just running around the house, he just can't stay there, just can't sit, and just can't look around. Dog jumping all on you, humping your leg. I mean, when you jump up, it's literally face to face with you. No. I don't do that. I don't do that. Hypnotic said, now, daughter, do Jesus have mercy? Yes, that's Jay Wilson all day. Her wall says she isn't bringing her dog down. Oh, yeah. You know what? I did hear Face Yaya. I did hear her say something about she heard that she might have changed her mind, that she might not be taking the dog. And you know what else I heard over there was that somebody said, what if it gets down to the day to go to Vegas and she be like, I can't go because my dog can't go. Now, I ain't said that now. Their words, not mine. Their words, not mine. And I was thinking like, ooh, that'll be worse than what Honest Row just went through. Even though Honest Row had a great time, even though Yollywood, that picture that you posted on your wall of Honest Row had this big ass magnifying glass talking about this is how Honest Row and the people behind him looked when they was at the Cardi B concert last night. Child. I was watching Honest Row videos, and he kept on saying, see, look, y'all, look. He kept turning the camera and everybody looking like, we don't see anything. All we see is this big old glow of a light. Like, we didn't see no people. I didn't even see the people down in the seats. I didn't see nothing. All I saw was a big old ball of light and nothing else. And they was like, child, I don't know. Maybe it's his phone because he swore that, what they call him, Kim, had gave him some good seats or gave him some tickets to some good seats, but I couldn't see a damn thing. And I was like, damn, how far back are you? It seemed like he was really far back. But again, it was free tickets. So can you complain much when you get free tickets? I don't know. I would definitely do doggy daycare. And Grace said her mom is disabled, I believe. They would need to take the dog to a daycare. Yep, doggy daycare. Tebe said, serious question. If she didn't have money to pay for herself, that's what Pisa was. Pisa was like, no, fuck that shit. No, fuck that shit. How the fuck you can afford all this, but we gotta do a fundraiser for you and a GoFundMe? What did Pastor call it? Oh my God. He said the United Negro Vegas Fund. Jay Wilson called it the United Negro Vegas Fund. You out there, he said, you got sassy over here having a United Negro Vegas Fund, and you can afford to take your dog to Vegas Child, I'm telling you, they ain't letting Wes live. They ain't letting Wes live. So I don't know if she's really gonna keep him at home. I don't know if she's gonna end up bringing him. I don't know. And you know what, friend? I don't know. I don't know. Sassy said she wanted to do something nice for her because when I heard she got 2 jobs, I'm like, 2 jobs? Um, it don't cost that much to go to Vegas. Now I heard certain things down there can be expensive, and especially if you want to gamble, and stuff like that. But for the most part, everybody keeps saying it don't cost that much to go to Vegas. So I think it's a possibility she could afford to take herself. I really do think she probably could afford to take herself, but Sassy wanted to do something nice. And so that's why the fundraiser came to be. And I know Sassy got a lot of flack. I know people was talking a lot of shit. I know Sassy's feelings got hurt. So, I'm not gonna go too much into that because, it is what it is. It is what it is. She thought she was doing a good deed. And sometimes, when you do good shit, people's always gonna pick and pick and pick and try to dissect it and investigate it. And you know how we do over here in the B sector. That ain't nothing new. I'm sure Sassy, I'm sure, I know she knows how it goes over here. So she just probably didn't expect so much backlash and so much negative feedback. But again, it is what it is. Sheffy, her hotel is paid for, her plane ticket is paid for, and y'all saying she ain't taking the dog anymore? Okay. So I guess she's not taking the dog anymore. We shall see. But I just want to let you know, Sheffy, if you do take the dog, there is, from what I found out, restrictions as far as the strip. They said you can take your dog to Vegas, of course. Your dog can be on the strip, but the leash can be no longer than 3 feet, and it has to be on a leash. So you can have your dog there on the strip, but the leash has to be on the dog, and it can be no longer than 3 feet. And you're allowed to walk your dog both sides of the boulevard for 7 miles between Sahara Avenue and Sunset Road from 5 a.m. to noon. 5 a.m. to noon. I don't know what that really has to do with, if it has to deal with the heat because it's so hot down there in the summertime or whatnot. But from 5 a.m. to noon is when you can have your dog walking the strip. But they said there are like over 50 dog activities in Vegas, including off leash dog parks, hiking trails, and a lot more. They got professional pet care services, daycare, dog walkers, dog sitting, people offering pet visits. They got all kind of stuff out there if you did want to take your dog and then leave your dog, with someone. So somebody said, "What's wrong with the dog eating chicken?" I don't know, Meechy Black. That's why I asked y'all, like, is something wrong with the dog that I don't know about? Because when Jay Wilson said, "Just don't be having that dog eating that chicken," tell your mama don't be feeding that dog that chicken. I'm like, why can't the dog eat chicken? I mean, what? See, when we grew up, in the hood, not a lot of people fed their dogs dog food when we was growing up. Most people's dogs ate the scraps. Most people dog ate the scraps when we was growing up. Whatever, food hardly ever went in the trash. I'm just being honest. Now, I've never fed my dog food. When I had a dog, I never fed my dog food. I mean, not dog food. Hold up. Let me revise that. I've never fed my dog table food when I used to have a dog as a grown up. As a child, our dogs always. My dad, shit. He think you cussing him out if you try to get him to buy some gravy or well, they say gravy train ain't even good for dogs no more. I don't know why, I can't remember, but yeah, Purina or anything else like that. Like, and my grandma used to work at Purina. That was really big here in the Midwest back in the day. And still, you better get that dog some table scraps. Get that dog a chicken bone. Get that dog some rice and gravy. There go your gravy train right there. That rice and gravy left over. Get that dog some greens, some bologna, some cornbread. Some leftover dressing. Ooh, Christmas time, the dog be thinking that's his present. all the fixings around the holidays. You said I love dogs, especially large dogs, but I do not want them near my food or where my. I don't like big dogs near me. Period. Period. I can't do them. I can't do them. And then another time, my same sister, her son had a whole bunch of pit bulls, and he had a really, really big one. And we was at my sister's house. I never forget because it was the 4th of July. We was all sitting outside, kind of inside her garage, and all the kids was out in the street popping firecrackers. And the dog, for some reason, just kept coming to me and trying to get in my lap. I mean, big ass dog. And I'm like, you know what? I'm leaving. I gotta go. I gotta go. And he was like, no, TT, I'll put the dog up. I'll put the dog up. Every time I turn around, the dog back in my face. I'm about to go. I'm packing my shit, getting my cell phone, getting my bags. I gotta go. I can't. I'm tired of this damn dog in my lap, breathing this funky breath in my face. And finally, I started walking down the street. I started walking down the street. My nephew come chasing me down. TT, please come back. Please come back. Because my mom, she's upset now because I didn't put the dog away. But I put the dog away. Please come back, TT. Please, mom gonna be mad at me. Please. I'm like, no. You know, we just get so irritated. You like, I'm irritated now. I just want to go. Just want to go. And I kept going. And I left. He said, please promise me it's not because of the dog. Please promise me it's not. I said, it's not because of the dog, nephew. If he watching right now, he know the truth. But I was like, it's not because of the dog. Tell your mom I'm not leaving because of the dog. He's like, okay. Because he didn't want to get in trouble. But yeah, I was like, I can't do it. You said who's watching the mom? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, Pastor be cracking me up. What's up, big man? Hey, Queen Diva. How y'all doing? Miss Renee said Weston. Yeah, I just found out he's not going a little while ago. But oh shit, I'm telling you, I just got a kiki out of Pastor. Pastor had me hollering. What's up, Mimi? What's up, Ronnie Q? Hey, Clyde. How y'all doing? Michi Black, Lynn Morris, Fran, Tracy. What's up? How y'all doing? Make sure y'all like and share the video on the way in, please, and thank you. Chad. But yeah, my nephew, he went back to the house. I know he was like, God damn it. I'm about to get my butt whooped. But no, he wasn't gonna get no whooping though. She would have been like, "Why your auntie leave? I told you to put that dog up. Now she leaving." But anyway, yeah, fireworks do make dogs nervous. Sometimes they be trying to crawl under your bed or go to the smallest corner of the house to hide because that noise is very irritating to dogs. That is very, very true. But that dog, that wasn't it. It for some reason that dog. I don't know why dogs be attracting me. They be following me around like I'm their owner, like I'm about to feed them or something. Get away. Ooh. But yeah, I do understand where Jay was coming from as far as he got a dog. You know, he got a dog. But when you're in a restaurant, oh child, I don't like to see no dogs anywhere near me in no goddamn restaurant. But anyway, so I heard she's not taking her dog to Vegas. But if she was going to, there are rules. 5 a.m. to noon on the strip for your dog, and it got to be on a leash. So in the famous words of Wilson, my God today. Hold on, damn. What's up with y'all? The title. Hold up. Let me go look at my title. Dogs in Vegas and homeless in LA when you ignore the red signs. Oh, y'all ain't gonna do my title. But you said we need proof of life for daughter's dog at this point. I ain't seen that dog in a long time. What was that dog's name again? What is Jay Wilson's dog's name? Fuck. I can't remember the dog's name. But anyway, yeah, I can't. But hey, Ava, how you doing? You said you had the same thing happen to me. I don't want to leave, but I got to go right now. And I hauled ass. You said who has leftover drinks? I'll fight. You know. See, I come from one of those families where they cook so much food. I mean, it's so much food. Like you freezing greens, you freezing all kind of shit to the next holiday, and the shit be so good because it is marinated in the freezer. I mean, the seasoning just be like, when you thaw it out and heat it up. Child, Lyric, that's it. Yeah, I haven't seen Lyric. No, I'm lying. I think about 3 weeks ago, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, I remember seeing Pastor on live, and I remember Lyric, I think, was in the back seat. If I remember correctly, I think Lyric was in the back seat. I do believe. I do believe. But yeah, I do believe Lyric was in the backseat. But anyway, y'all, moving right along. You said, does Ness still have her cat? I don't know if Ness still have a cat. I don't know. Ness typed in the chat. Coochie said he dog said for West. That's gotta be a troll. Hey, yeah. I mean, first of all, he's way down in Texas, and she's up north, and then they going all the way west. Like, who gonna take the dog down there? How, what you gonna put the dog on a Greyhound? You go that way, I'm gonna go this way, and then later we gonna meet up back here. I don't know, child. I don't know, child. You know what? Lear doesn't bark. That's the quiet. I will have to say that's the quietest dog I've ever seen. Now that yeah, that part is true. That probably is the quietest dog I ever seen. But I don't know. The dog can fight though. I ain't gonna never forget when that dog was squaring up with Pastor. That dog was squaring up, and y'all had all the doggy memes. Y'all had the doggy memes for days out here on everybody's community wall. The dog was squaring up, like when Rico had that damn cat, and that cat reached out and Rico hauled around and rushed around and popped that cat. Child. But Jay Wilson didn't hit his dog. I didn't see that. I didn't see that. But boy, that shit, I'll never forget that shit that Rico did to that cat. That's gonna go down in B sector history. Okay. You said Roddy Q the other day behind black screen. Cook was saying, "Hey, my baby's Lyric," but we didn't see Lyric. Who did sound right? I'm telling you, I did see him though. I did see him. Lyric may not, but she showed us slap. You said hashtag free Lyric. Oh, child. Lyric is going to the doggy hotel. But y'all, okay. So I just spent about 30 some minutes on West. Did y'all watch Bree's interview? Bree did an interview. It's crazy because Brianna interviewed Brianna. That's why I was going to title the show. Brianna interviews Brianna. But Brianna actually interviewed another YouTuber, another content creator named Brianna. And I had no idea what the interview was going to be about. I remember the other day I was watching Bree, and she said she was, going to get back into doing her interviews and things because Bree, she can do some really good interviews and, get back to the element of their, of what their channel used to be, and you can always child, I got probably 120 interviews on my channel and a whole bunch of TV show reviews and B sector shit and world news, trending news, hood news. So it's nothing wrong with doing content on different type of things because one thing I believe on YouTube, definitely on YouTube as a content creator, you don't want to be a one-trick pony. Okay, you want to have like other elements, elevation. You want to always try to elevate to do other type of, content. What's up, grown folks? How you doing? What's up, C? Hey, Brianna. Brianna, what you laughing at, girl? Brianna, let me tell you something, Bree. Bree. Every time you turn that camera off, I know you was over there. You was like, do you mind if I eat some Cheetos? Bree was over there. Bree, I couldn't have done it, Bree. I couldn't have done it. I would have been asking so many. Now, you did ask questions, Bree. You did ask questions, but I would have been asking a whole bunch of questions. Like, bitch. But Bree was like, you know what? I'm not here to be judgmental. I'm not here to be too harsh. I'm here just kind of like, to listen and possibly give you some, tips or some advice or some, from the outside looking in type of situation. That's what Bree was doing for the most part. Now, the people in the chat, that was a whole nother thing. Me at home while I'm working, while I'm doing my little 12-hour shift, I'm over here, I'm telling y'all, I was entertained all day by a lot of y'all. But when Bree said, you know what, I got to come off this camera because I can't even remember what the fuck had happened or what was said. But let me take y'all through Bree's interview and y'all check the interview out because it was really good and it was a really eye-opener for people who live life freely and risky with a side of mental health issues. it can be a dangerous road, dangerous path. The first thing I thought about when I watched Brie interview this young lady, she says she's 30 years old, but still, young lady. First thing I thought about was my auntie Marie, who's still alive, by the way, who a lot of people think shouldn't be alive, by the way. But my auntie Jean, she used to be one of those, what do you call them? Do they call them lot lizards? Is that what they call them? She used to hitchhike, not prostitute. So maybe I'm using the wrong word. She used to just hitchhike everywhere. Everywhere. She was just so free. If she wanted to go to Cali, I'm going to Cali, y'all. How you getting there? I don't know. I'm gonna go down to the truck stop. I'm gonna go out here and get me a ride. And it was many, many times where we didn't know where she was, what she was doing, who she with. Then she would roll into town, and sometimes the guys would drop her off. Like, we in the hood, so you can't take big old trucks all the way in the hood, but they would like drop her off on like 3-4 blocks away from the house on the main street, and she walk up the street with all her suitcase and everything. I'm home. She'll stay for about 3-4 days, then she's back out there just living freely. And she has like some type of mental issues. I don't know exactly what it is, because back then when they was coming up in the South, they didn't label that shit. You was just either crazy or some words that we can't say today. Some words we can't say today. But with this lady, she does live freely. She wasn't exactly as I would call my auntie Marie, but some of the things that she does is really scary. Like traveling somewhere with no money, basically living in like the Planet Fitness, changing clothes there, getting dressed there, washing there, stashing your shit there, and then just going out into the elements of LA and looking for a job or looking to get into something. Some of the things that she got into was sleeping with, maybe to us we would probably think it was an undesirable men, um, not using protection, sleeping with guys on the same day. And then Bree, when she was talking about being broke, and people even in the chat, and Bree had asked too, but people in the chat was asking, well, if you so broke and you out there in Cali and you don't have no money, why are you sleeping with all these men for free? You would think I'll be selling that thing and doing something strange for a little bit of change. That's what I would have been doing. But she lives her life freely. But I remember, who was it? Shauna had got up there, and somebody else, and they were asking her, do you really, what do you think about, have you ever thought about why you do the things you do? Why you put your life in dangerous situations? Why, it's one thing to be free, and it's one thing to just travel. And some people live in a car, some people get a trailer, and they just a camper, and they just go, and they just living a life. But some people are thinking like, okay, you're out here, you're doing all this shit, you really don't have no one if something goes down. And I don't want to give all of Bree's commentary or go all the way into detail, because the interview was really good. Looking on the outside in, if that was like my daughter or something, I know when she started talking about her mother was really worried about her, and her mother cares about her, and her mother finally sent for her to come back home because she was just out there, nowhere to live, no job, barely surviving, living off of plasma checks. And when Bree said you can make $700, yeah, Bree, you can make like $700, if not more, in a month donating plasma. I know a lot of people who donate plasma, and I got somebody in my family who's like the manager of one of the biggest plasma centers here. And she's always telling me she tried to get on the hood table one day. Tell me, I need to come on your table because we doing a event or something. I'm like, girl, you ain't about to come on here so we can talk about plasma. Like, she was like, why not? You talk about everything else. But yeah, you can make a lot of money donating that plasma. Sometimes you can get bonuses, and if you refer people and things like that. But she was basically surviving off of donating plasma and things like that. And when she started talking about how the second guy that she met, the first guy that she met name was Gary, but when she started talking about Sergio, the second guy she met, and that night when they got together, And he said the police had pulled up or rolled up. She didn't really see the police, but Sergio was like, the police here, we got to go, because they was at some park, and I guess they was about to make out or do something in the park. And he turned to her and said, where can I drop you off? Knowing she didn't have nowhere to go. And before he even picked her up and offered for them to sleep in her car, and he would be the second night. Okay, the second night. When he offered to, the first night, that's right. The first night she went to his family member house who owned like some kind of house, and had like it was like a rooming or boarding house or something. And he had a room there. So that was the first night. The second night, when he said he was going to come pick her up, and they were going to go, sleep in his car and whatever. And she was like, no, you don't have to come. You don't have to come. You don't have to do that. And he was like, no, I do want to do that. And so he came and picked her up, took her to this park. And, next thing you know, a police rolls past or something and asked him what they doing there or whatever. And he got scared, and he just turned and looked at her and said, you got to go. Basically, where can I drop you off? And she was looking at him like, hold on, motherfucker. You just, you picked me up. I ain't got nowhere to go. I done took all my shit out the Planet Fitness, out the lockers, and all of that shit is in your car. And you asking me, where can you drop me off, boy? She was a lot nicer than me, because his ass would have got straight cussed the fuck out. But y'all have to watch this video, because when Bree first ran across this young lady, Bree thought she was trolling. And she was like, no, I'm not trolling. This is my real life. So I really didn't even go to the channel that Bree was talking about. I don't even know if she mentioned the lady's name the first time before she interviewed her. But I had no idea what the interview was going to be about when Bree said we're doing an exclusive. But I sat there and I watched the entire interview. And in certain spots, it was kind of really hard to listen to certain type of things, because I know in my heyday, woo, child, in my heyday, I did a lot of crazy shit. Some shit was so crazy, I look back and be like, damn, I can't believe I'm still here. I remember, y'all, let me tell y'all, we used to live a wild and crazy life, right? Me and my family, my relatives, my friends and stuff. We used to live a crazy life. And I remember one time when me and one of my sisters, we went to this bar. And in this bar, my sister smoked weed. I didn't smoke weed. Not then. And I didn't smoke weed, and my sister smoked weed. And these African dudes, they came and sat down at a table, and they was hollering at us. And, they was kind of cute, but not all that. But the dude was like, oh, we got a lot of weed at home. We can go smoke. We can go order pizza. Da, 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 da. And I'm like telling my sister, no, I ain't going nowhere. We don't know them. Let's just go home. But the weed was calling her. It was calling her. And she was like, no, T, I want to go. We going to be all right. You got your shit on you, right? I'm like, yeah, I got my shit on you. You got your shit on you? Yeah, I got my shit on you. Well, let's go. Child, we left with these guys, went to their apartment. We was all sitting around enjoying each other at first, just sitting around talking, chit-chatting. We was even playing dominoes. I never forget, we was playing dominoes. They ordered pizza. They went and picked the pizza up. Well, one of them did, and one of them came back. And when they got back, we was eating pizza, playing dominoes, ended up playing spades, just having a good time. And you welcome, Bree, you welcome. And we were just having a good time. Next thing I know, me and my sister just out there by herself. She's smoking. I'm just sitting there looking around. She getting high. And next thing I know, these motherfuckers came walking out their bedrooms butt ass naked. Did you hear me? Butt ass naked. And me and my sister jumped up like, what the fuck is going on? We already told y'all we ain't here for that shit before we left the club. We told them like 2, 3, 11 times. Ain't no hanky-panky. It ain't nothing like that. My sister just coming to smoke y'all shit up, and then we gonna leave. These motherfuckers came out butt ass naked. Then they want to try like they don't speak English. They're speaking English really good. Now, they're Africans, right? But they're speaking English really good. They ordered that pizza really good. And everything else. They was playing dominoes. They was playing cards with us. And they were speaking really good. When we was like, take us home, they want to act like they don't speak English. When I tell you, we must have pulled our shit out. I grabbed the phone. I said, hold on. Let me call fam. Call fam. Ring, 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 ring. We at such and such because we know we smart. We smart. We from the hood, but we smart. We had wrote down the license plate number. We had wrote down the address and all that shit. When we came in the house and called my cousin Michelle. I never forget Michelle. Such and such, such and such, such and such. All right, tell them niggas they got 10 minutes to get y'all home, or we about to come through that motherfucker deep. We was home within 10 minutes. When I tell you they was smoke was on the streets. They got us home. We got out, and I told my sister never again. I don't know why she let me get in that situation, but that shit could have went horrible. So when I say I've done a lot of things, lived freely and on the edge and all that shit, when I was a younger child, I did. But sometimes when you live freely, and this is where I'm going to end this video, because I only wanted to be on here for about an hour. But sometimes when you're living freely, sometimes it does end up in a very bad situation that you can't come back from, and it can affect everybody in your life. And I'm glad that the other Brianna, interviewed, I'm glad that her mother did, send for her. She did get back home to Ohio, where she was from. Now she's trying to get the guy there that she was messing around with. Even though both of them in a bad situation usually won't pan out to equal a good situation. So I hope she takes Brianna's advice and do some more research on him, do some more background check, ask for a copy of his ID, because some of the shit that Bree was asking her, I'm like, well, that's common sense. You're going to move a nigga in your house with you and your baby and you don't really know them, knew them for 2 days, and now a week later you want them to move in and move back to Ohio with you. And I hope she takes Bree's advice, as far as, trying to get insurance, trying to get psychiatric help, counseling, therapy, because people was giving her some good tips and they was sending her stuff in her email. I really hope she takes that advice. But a situation happened today in my town, and you can look it up. Okay, when I talk about hood shit or shit that happened here in my city, I always tell y'all can look it up. But today, one of my son's friends, his best friend, sister, was killed in a car accident today. Now, you would think, okay, it's a car accident. Shit happens like that all the time. It's very sad. It's very tragic. The mom, I was really, really cool with her because our boys went to the same school. They played all the same sports together. Her son was at my house as much as my son was at her house. They was brothers. I'm his mama. She my son's mama. You know how I go with the besties. That's mama. My bestie's mama is my mama. So this morning there was a car wreck, and she had posted on her page. It was with very, sad, heartfelt for us to announce that my daughter, we lost her to a tragedy this morning in an automobile accident. And she was like, just a few short weeks ago, we celebrated her high school graduation and was looking forward to her attending college. And that's what they were doing. They was looking forward to her attending college. But last night they were out, doing what teenagers do, having fun, living on the edge, being free. And she passed away in an automobile accident. It wasn't just your common automobile accident. I don't know if y'all heard of hood surfing. I'm sure y'all have, because it happens everywhere. But she was hood surfing. Or roof surfing. I'm sorry, roof surfing. Roof surfing. And when she was roof surfing, the person who was driving the car hit a sharp corner when they was turning. They turned sharply, and she flew out the car and she died. This is my son's best friend's little sister. So I was talking to my other son today because my son, it's been a lot of people dying, like in our life, seriously. Friends, family. And he called me and he was like, Mom, I got something to tell you, Mom. I got something to tell you. And I'm like, what is it? And I said, no, don't tell me. Because all I'm getting is bad news. Lately, my cousins, friends, kids, like it's one thing after another. I said, don't tell me. And he said, okay, Mom, I'm not going to tell you. I said, hold up. Do it got something to do with us? He said, no, but yeah. And I'm like, just lay it on me. Just lay it on me. And he told me, I said, what the fuck? Yeah, roof surfing, Kimberly. When you on the car, you on the roof, and you like, you ain't never seen nobody driving around, they sitting on top of the roof of the car. You know what I mean? They just sitting on the roof of the car. Just I would never do it. But after talking to my son for a while, he said he don't even know what to say to his bestie. He don't know what to say to his other mom. He don't know what to say. I said, you gotta say something. You gotta say something. He's like, Mom, I don't know what to say. This is just horrible. This is horrible. I can't believe this is happening. And I'm like, you gotta say something. Call, text, go over there. Just let them know. Of course, I'll make some desserts. I'll make some cakes like I always do for my friend and family when somebody passed. I always make some cakes and just donate to the repast. But yeah, she was like, it's just crazy. She was here 1 second and gone a second. And so that she was living life. She was being free. She was with her friends. And I told my son, I said, I could not be here today for some fuck shit that we used to do a whole bunch of fuck shit when we was younger. And I said, sometimes that happens. You be careless. You're young. You're careless. You think you're invincible. You can do anything. You can be anything. And nothing bad will happen to you. But that happened today. And it's very, 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 very sad. I still can't believe it happened. But yeah, it was right here in our city early this morning. And I'm just still child. I'm just like, God damn, that's fucked up. That's just, ooh, it's bad. Yeah. You said, on top of the roof of the car. I thought maybe driving the car off or one roof jumping to. Oh no, 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 no. Look it up. Like they do it all over, and they do it here all the time. And it's usually in the middle of the night when they do it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Liz said her husband and cousin used to do it back in the day. They used to hood surf. Mm-hmm. And thank you, Grace Blood. Thank you so much. But yeah, I don't know exactly what the actual death was caused from. No, like if I don't know if it was like the impact of hitting the road. I don't know. I just know she passed. Yeah, Michi Black, look it up. Hood surfing. It's very common. Very common. They get on the hoods. They be on the hoods while you're driving around. Like a couple of weeks ago, I saw two girls on top of a car and they were just driving down the road. But you know what? The person driving is facing charges. And that's like a double whammy right there because the child, the 18-year-old who was killed, their friend was driving the car. And charges are pending against that driver. So now you're looking at your friend that passed away, and then you're also looking at you might go to jail or go to prison. So it's really crazy. So, I was telling my son, you know what? Y'all just got to be smart. Y'all kids, y'all still young. Y'all 20s. Y'all going to make mistakes. Hell, y'all done made some mistakes. Y'all going to make mistakes. Y'all going to fuck up. We all do it. We're all human. But just try your best to make some responsible decisions because things that can happen to you can eventually affect you, your family, your loved ones. Yeah, Liz, that's what we were talking about. Even if it wasn't on purpose, and then just look at the insurance. How many insurance companies is one going to pay out because you was riding on top of the car? I don't know how too many insurance companies that would be like so willing to do that. So it's a lot of consequences with that, and it's such a sad thing. But I just wanted to bring that up because I know when Brianna was doing that interview, it's like it's a lot of things. I saw a lot of me in this girl as far as like going here, going there, not being smart, hooking up with guys. I mean, as a teenager and young adult, we do a lot of things, and we look back in life and be like, damn, I thank God for sparing my life. It had to be the ancestor. It had to be the ancestor looking out for me. Somebody was praying for me. So, in a lot of these situations that this girl was in, and I don't know her whole life story. We just know about the story of her life that she was telling Bree. Her life in LA, a couple of guys she met, and how she's trying to get the guy that she really likes to come be with her back in Ohio. But we've all made decisions. And I know a lot of people, some people in the chat was like, oh, hell no. Nah. Why would you do that? Why would you have sex without protection, and you had sex with two guys within a few days or something like that, and you didn't have protection with either one? And child, it's so many people that have had sex without protection. Hell, where all these nappy-headed kids come from? All these nappy-headed little boys and girls that be coming from us, okay? So, I won't be too critical to the young lady, because I myself then had a lot of slip-ups when I was growing up and made a lot of bad decisions. And I just thank God for grace and mercy for where I am today. But definitely check out Bree's interview. Brianna, she interviewed another content creator named Brianna. So I think y'all liked the interview. It was very interesting, even though some of the things I'm like, child. I see why Bree was like, are you trolling, girl? Are you trolling on this YouTube atmosphere, this YouTube apparatus? But hypersexuality, child, I'm not even gonna get into that, okay? I'm going on mute. Because a lot of people who are hypersexual, they don't even have mental issues. They just freaks. They just nasty. Oh, I was sneaky. I told y'all the story about how I used to sneak one of my boyfriends in the house when I was a teenager. I used to sneak him in the house, and my brothers used to help me sneak him in the house for a little fee, of course. I had to do something that they wanted me to do. Either they chores, it was some bullshit, getting them out of trouble or some shit like that. But I used to do that. I used to sneak my little boyfriend in the house, and he used to spend the whole night, okay? And mama and daddy be right in the next room, and we'd be in there all quiet as we can be, sneaking. And I remember one day we had woke up early, and we were studying for a test. We both had a test that morning. We were studying for a test. And we was asking each other questions, and I thought we were real quiet. But she must have heard us, or she either had her ear to the door or something gave her a reason to be nosy. And she just banged on my door real hard. I'm like, yeah? She was like, what you doing in there? Child. I just told the truth. I was studying for my test. I didn't tell her who I was studying with him, but I was studying for a test. And she said, well, I need you to go downstairs and wash dishes. Now, this is like 6 a.m. And I'm like, she ain't never asked me to wash no damn dishes at 6 a.m. And I know the dishes we one of those black families where the whole kitchen got to be spotless. It ain't matter how much we had or how much we ain't had in the hood, but the kitchen had to be spotless every night. No water in the sink, no spoons, no mugs, no nothing. And so I knew the kitchen was clean. And I already knew I was busted. I tried to hide them in my clothes. The house today is probably 100 years old. But when we was in that house, my closet was one of those closets where it had like a step up that was probably 2 feet. So if you were to walk in the closet, you have to immediately step up and then up in the closet. But I never did that. I used to put like my shoes and stuff right there, and then I hang my clothes up above that. But he stepped up in there, and I threw like a cover on him, hid him behind my clothes, and I opened the door and I walked downstairs. I already knew I was in trouble. Before I got halfway downstairs, all I heard was pow, 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 smack, smack, smack. Furniture and everything was moving. My mom was in there whooping that nigga's ass. She was in there letting him have it. Get your out of, my mom was really religious, so she didn't cuss. So I don't know what she was saying. Get your son of a, she was calling him something. I know it wasn't cuss words. And she was like, get your mom out there. I better not catch you in here again. Da, da, da. And then she started calling for me. It was a day I never forget. It was a day I never forget. He come running downstairs, clothes in his hands. I mean, it was bad. And my brothers woke up. They never told that they used to help me do it, right? Because what they used to do, and I'm gonna end here, right? What they used to do was, because we had a house where it was big downstairs, like huge living room, dining room. It was a big first floor home, but upstairs, all the rooms were so close together. So it was my room, then my mom's room, and then my brother's room, like in a circle. And my brothers, they used to go downstairs with a cover over them, covering them up. They would make sure my mom and them see them from their room, see the boys go down there with a cover on them. And then my dude would come up under the cover and go into my bedroom. That's how we did it, right? But they never admitted any fault or nothing. I took all the blame. It was my fault. In fact, I'm the oldest. I know better. But yeah, that was the last time he was welcome over there. Yeah. So when I say I used to do so, I used to be in trouble all the time. I just try to get away with anything I could. May my mother rest in peace, because a lot of shit she didn't know what we did. But when we got older, we would sit down and tell her shit, and she just be looking at us like, "No, I don't believe it. Mm-mm, mm-mm. I don't believe it. Nope, nope." And then my dad, he's like from the streets, and he's real hood, right? It was like a opposites attract kind of thing with them. My mom went to church. She was a Bible thumper. She used to walk the house praying and throwing oil all over the place, blasting Christian music out the window, embarrassing us in the neighborhood. Then my dad, he, drinking beer, smoking, all that kind of stuff, the worldly stuff, as she called it. And she was the Christian one. And so he would always tell her, "I'll be telling you all the time what your kids be doing, but you don't listen. I be telling you all the time, your daughter out there doing this, your son's out there doing this, but you don't listen, because she wouldn't look at us that way. Them is not the kids she raised. Them is they went to church, they sat on the pew every Sunday. Child, we was out there doing the most. We was out there doing the most. My dad knew, but he wasn't no snitch. He was from the streets. He wasn't no snitch. He wasn't no. I remember one time my brother had got into it, because y'all know, like, our side of the family was Crips. We had Bloods in our family too. We had Crips, and my mom and them always moved into a Blood neighborhood. Always. And my brothers used to get so frustrated. "Mom, why every time we move, it gotta be deeper and deeper in the hood, and it gotta be in the opposite set?" And she's looking at them like, "Huh, what? If you don't want to live where I live, then you can go." Like, she didn't care about the Bloods, the Crips, nothing. She didn't care. She didn't know that they are sitting right in the middle of could be a very bad zone, right, for my brothers and I. And so I remember one time my brother was walking down the street, and he had his blue on, had his rag on, and all this in Blood neighborhood, and he got jumped. And so he came back home, and that was the first time I knew we had a gun in the house. He came back home. He told my dad. My dad never told my mom. He went and got his gun. My brother and them walked back to the street, and they. It was a mess. It was a mess. I have stories for days. I have hood stories for days. Let me tell you, that was the last incident my brother ever had living in that Blood hood as a Crip. The last incident they ever had. And my mother stayed in that house, that last house, before all the kids left the nest. She stayed there for 12 years. And that was the one and only incident. Man. But anywho, yeah, you live and you learn, live and you learn. And hopefully, that girl that Brianna, back to her, the other Brianna that Brianna was interviewing, hopefully she will start making better decisions and get her life together. And I know she's on Section 8 now. I'm glad that Ask April was in the chat, because she was talking about having a dude come move with her in Ohio, and she on Section 8. And Bree was like, "Well, how you gonna move a man in with you on Section 8? And when you on Section 8, you ain't supposed to just be moving people in. And if you do move people in, they got to be on the lease. They got to do a background check. And this guy has some stuff on his record." And Bree was like, "How you even know that you guys will be able to live together?" Then Ask April dropped down in the chat and said, child, over here in Ohio, if you lose your Section 8, you got to wait 5 years to reapply. And that still don't mean that you will be able to get it. So, be very cautious. And the girl did say, I'm going to be very cautious. I'm going to let them know that, he's going to move in with me. But again, Bree was like, with the background check, he might not be able to move in with you anyway. So, yeah, y'all check her interview out. Brianna just did that interview maybe, I don't know, maybe 5 hours ago. 4 hours ago. I was still working, so I wasn't really looking at the time. But yeah, it's on her channel, and it's called what is it called? Exclusive. Let me go over here right now. Let's see, Brianna. Hold on, here it is. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat. Let me see if I can drop the link without. Excuse me. Okay, I'm gonna drop the link in the chat. Okay, so there's the link, and it's called Exclusive Interview with Brianna Love. And it's about this young lady who met a guy on Craigslist. Bree had me cracking up. She said, Craigslist? What's up with Facebook dating or Plenty of Fish or any of the other dating apps? You met him on Craigslist. She met him on Craigslist. And it's just, she did the interview was about her and him, and she even included her child in there. I saw somebody in the chat just say she doesn't, care about her child's safety. Yeah, because her child is smaller and she wants to move this man in. And child, I'm gonna just say the red signs, the red flags. I put in the channel the title of this show. You got to watch for the red flags. When you ignore the red flags be there sometimes, and we will ignore them. We will snatch the flag down and throw it in the trash and keep on going. But yes, you got to watch out for those red flags. Mm-hmm. Yes. But what else did you say? Somebody said I should write a book. I did start writing a book a long time ago, and it had like 15, 16 chapters, and I just stopped. And I always say I'm going to pick back up. And I never do. I never get around to picking that back up because if I wrote a book, it would be like it wouldn't be a novel. I mean, it wouldn't be like a bio. It would be like as if it wasn't real but could be real type of situation. Because when I started writing the book, I was like, oh shit, it's just too many. It's just, I'm telling these stories, and this person gonna know I'm talking about them, and that person gonna know I'm talking about them, and that it's like a lot of incriminating shit. And it's like I really want to write stories and stuff like that, but it's like, child. Sometimes even when I'm on here reporting on local hood news, sometimes people are like, girl, you sure you want to talk about that? You sure you want to talk? Them niggas is crazy. That family crack. That girl, you sure you want to talk about that shit that went down? Yeah, I do. But to put it actually down in a book, some of the experiences I had growing up, I don't know. And I couldn't tell my story without including so many other stories. You know what I mean? Ronnie Q. Stop. Stop it, Ronnie Q. Just take her internet. Just take the whole Wi-Fi. Just take the whole Wi-Fi. Right. He can't put a roof over her head, but she's comfortable putting a roof over his. Yeah, one thing Bree did tell her that I liked was don't pay for him to come see you. Do not pay for a man to come see you. Especially not to come live with you. If he really wants to come live with you and he wants to move from LA to Ohio, have his ass out there donating plasma every day or every other day or however often you do it. Should have his ass raise the money to come out there. If he really want to get there, have him pay his way. The least you can do is get there. That's the least you can do. You on Section 8, you barely rubbing 2 quarters together. And you should not be trying to save and raise money and all this kind of stuff to get him there. He's a man. Let him be a man. At least start out being a man in a relationship. At least start out. But anywho, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in to me this evening. Make sure you guys, if you haven't already, please like and share the video. Please and thank you very much. You say, hey y'all, how things to the table? Yes, the power on. And you know what? On the news, they have said there was going to be a dumping site for all the trees and everything that fell down in our city and in our yards. And I'm thinking, damn, my yard man came out. Was it today? To do the yard, to cut the grass and stuff. But yesterday, he was like, I had asked him, I said, are you going to take all these tree limbs for your customers? Are you going to get rid of all this shit? He was like, no, but the city, they are coming around picking up tree limbs. So I'm like, are you sure? So I called the city and asked. And they was like, no, you got to take them to the dump site. And so then I told my yard man said they lying. He said, I promise you, they will come around and they will keep coming around and getting all the debris to sit it out on the corner or on the sidewalk. And so that's what I did. And lo and behold, yesterday, trucks was just rolling around full of debris, full of branches, and they was picking up all our stuff. And all we have to do is put it on the curb. So I'm thankful for that because I ain't trying to pay nobody to tow that shit all the way. They talking about taking it to another city, to a dump site and all that shit. Child. But yeah, I'm grateful that our power is back on, man. Woo! Having power for 24 to 48, even 12 hours without power, that can make a life, difference in your life. A lot of people need their internet. They work like me. I couldn't work. Because I work from home. And now we swamped, we behind in work. So that's why I work 12 hours today because we're behind. And tomorrow I'm working, I think I signed up for 10 hours. So tomorrow I'm working 10 hours, but I'm doing a split shift. So I'm going to do 5 and 5, something like that. But yeah, now we working our butts off to catch up. So, but yes, as far as I know, nobody got seriously injured, even though, I mean, whole trees, like 100-and-something-year-old trees was falling down, like the whole tree. Y'all saw the pictures I posted on my community wall? The whole trees were just uprooted from the storm that we had a few days back. It was bad. It was like, did a tornado come through? Nope, it wasn't even a tornado. It was just high winds, lightning, stuff like that. But yeah, it wasn't no tornadoes. But you said, oh, you just asked me. I didn't even see that comment. But it wasn't a tornado. It was just strong winds. It was hail, heavy winds, hail. That's all. They said it wasn't a tornado. That's what they said. And I was woke, during that time, and I didn't hear nothing that sounded like tornadoes. And I was up most of the night because I was waiting for my damn power to come back on. Because I do not like the dark. I do not like the dark. So I'm just staring into the darkness, waiting on the power to come back on. Then I finally fell asleep probably about 1 or 2 in the morning and woke up, still no power. But yep, I didn't hear anything that sounded like a tornado. It was just really loud thunder, rain. The rain was crazy. The hail was crazy. Yeah. Yep. Matter of fact, child. Hold on. I wonder if they even labeled it as anything. I didn't even check. Let me see. Hold up. Is this updated? Hold on, y'all. This is from, I think, the 24th. Is this the 24th? Hold on, I'm going to play it. I don't know how much they're going to talk about the weather, but I know they're going to talk about the power outages. Let me see.
A live look right now. Our camera here, this is at Lewis and Clark Monument. You can see I-29 there. I-29 will experience flooding. And the river, you can already see the river levels beginning to rise. We have 9 more feet of water yet to come. So watching very closely Missouri River levels and that flood warning in place here this afternoon through next week. Today, our biggest impact, though, it's the heat. 90 right now in Omaha, feeling like 99. Lincoln, 96, feeling like 107. 88 in Hardin, feeling like 100. And these dew points are Norfolk at 101. So please.
I think that is not the right video. Let's see. Power, the 28th power. Oh, there's 1,000 of power without thunderstorms. Hail blows through. Okay, here it is. Hold on. Can we get play?
You want thicker, stronger, fuller hair? You need expert skincare. New Dove Scalp Plus Hair Therapy Serum. Active skincare ingredients. Targets the source of beautiful hair, your scalp, for visibly thicker, stronger, fuller hair.
Okay, so that was footage of the hail that had fell the other day. Let me see. Power outages. Omaha power outage. Zone 24, provide power outage, free groceries. Is this a good one? Let's see what this one's about. Oh, I think this one is about the people who lost a lot of food.
Most watched content on TV with U.S. adults during prime.
Damn, why? Let's see. Hold on.
You know YouTube is the #1 most watched content on TV with U.S. adults during prime time. Reach engaged
yeah, the
audiences
hell was
with
that?
YouTube advertising. There's only one YouTube. Be part of it with YouTube ads.
Well, the storms also knocked out power to tens of thousands of people. 2 days later, about 2,500 are still without power. Heartland Hope Mission says it'll help people that are experiencing outages by providing free groceries, including meat, dairy products, fresh produce, and more. To get some of that help, take your ID and head to one of their locations. It's either in South Omaha near 21st and U or in West Omaha near 151st and Center. Now, the South Omaha location is open Thursdays from 1:30 to 4:30 and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to noon, and then again Tuesdays between 6:30 and 7:30 at night. The West location is only open Saturdays, and that's
Why everything I look up is just telling the after effects? I want to show the video of the storm. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, it was really hot. It was like 99 degrees that day. And it was hot as hell in my house. Hold on, let me see. Okay, so from this news weather story that I'm about to play, it says OPPD said, hold on, let me it said OPPD said that the power outage was caused by a problem with some cable coming out of a substation. And customers was being fed electricity from alternate sources as repairs were being made. So sounds to me like it was just an equipment issue. Like I said, it wasn't no tornado or anything like that. But yeah, it was about 40,000 people without power. Actually, it was about 37,000 people without power. But yeah, let's see. Severe thunderstorm brings hail. Uh. It's a lot of stories talking about the cleanup. You said they were way down. I'm glad it didn't fall down on my favorite hood. No, we had branches down, but I didn't have no big trees. I didn't have no big trees down. No, thank God for that. Thank God for that. Because the thing about it is, my backyard, the way my backyard is set up, the backyard slopes up a hill. Like it's really flat for a nice amount of way. And then maybe, I don't know the exact dimensions, but maybe like 100, no, six, maybe about 50 to 75 feet is just flat. Then it goes up a hill. And on the top of that hill, then it slopes over. And then there's humongous trees there. So every time it storms, I'm always thinking, oh my God, if those trees were to fall, if they fell the wrong way, they would like literally fall towards my house. So every time it storms, I'll be thinking, I need to get these trees cut. I really want to get the trees cut, but it's like when it's really hot outside, it's nice to have because of the shade. You know, having trees around your house in the summertime when it's really, really hot, the shade. So that's the reason why I haven't cut the trees since I moved here. But sometimes I think about cutting them because I'm like, if these trees, they so big. I mean, the trees are so tall and they sit up on a hill over my house, not directly over my house, but like I said, my yard goes back, then it goes up. But they're so tall that if they were fall towards my house, the tree would extend past my house out into the front yard. You know what I'm saying? That's how tall the trees are. So it would like cover my whole house if it was to fall down. And it's about three of them. So yeah, sometimes when it storms, I just be like, Lord Jesus, please protect us. Please protect us. Because if these trees fall down and we in this house, I'll just be like, it's kind of frightening. But yeah, to get those trees down though, it would cost me thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. I think to take those three trees down, one person quoted like it was like almost like $3,000 or more for just one tree. So let's just say about $10,000 to take the whole tree down. And when you take a tree down, you don't only take the tree down, but you got to take the tree down and then you got to make sure it's uprooted. Because if you don't uproot a tree, have you ever seen a tree stump in somebody's yard? It's like they cut the whole tree, but they left the stump. Now, if you leave the stump in your yard, basically what happens is the tree starts to deteriorate underneath the ground. All the limbs and the roots and all that, they start to deteriorate and then they become soft and it just becomes like mulch. And then like you can have a cave in, not a cave in, but a sinking in that area. So it could be like you walk and you just step down into a sinkhole. So that's what's happening if you don't take the tree all the way out with its roots. And I'm sure some of y'all who didn't have trees taken out before, y'all already know about all that. Y'all already know about all that. But hold on one second. Okay, here's a good one after the storm.
OPPD says there are just over 6,000 power outages in Douglas County after the storms overnight.
And today that included the Florence neighborhood. It's also where many residents spent the morning cleaning up storm debris.
KETV News Watch 7's Quinicia Fraser met with them and joins us live.
Yeah, Julie, Rob, we didn't have to get too far into the Florence neighborhood to immediately notice the end result of the storm. A lot of yards had tree limbs like this scattered across, with homeowners working to clean most of it up. In the Florence neighborhood,
Very high wind, very, very heavy rain.
the calm after Tuesday's storm
A lot of wind, saw a lot of lightning.
left many residents in the dark, with the power being out for several hours.
Fortunately, I have a lot of flashlights.
We haven't opened up the refrigerator or freezers.
Neighbors raked away the mess Mother Nature left.
There's a lot of limbs broken off this morning.
From the street all the way to our back lot line.
Doc Brenner and his wife have lived in their historic North Omaha home for 42 years. And they say storms like this are anything but new for them.
We have done this many times before.
Just a few houses down,
So I've been out here a long time.
Melvin Mobley was a little more shaken up.
I don't remember one like this in years with this much wind.
But homeowners like Mobley and Brenner are staying positive
We're hoping for the best though.
and ready for quieter, calmer nights. You heard from Melvin Mobley in this story. I just talked to him. He says he's still without power. At one point, more than 36,000 OPPD customers were without power. Again, that just goes to show the impact of last night's storm. Reporting live in North Omaha, Quinicia Fraser for KETV.
Okay, so it was about 36,000. I think I said 37,000, but I was close. I was close, but here's another video too. 1 second, let me get this one up. Let's see. I'm just grateful that I only went 24 hours because a lot of people went a lot longer. Okay, I'm waiting on this commercial to finish before I hit play. All right, now I think this one is about the cleanup. Let's see here. Okay, let me hit mute.
Thanks to all of you for sending in storm photos from Tuesday storms.
Yeah, it's just incredible. Look at this massive tree. Whoa. Toppled on top of that house. That was 42nd and Orchard Avenue. Another picture now. Wow, look at that big tree on top of a car in Ralston.
Geez, a lot of damage. Also, I went through a roof. We want to thank Daphne for
Look
sending
at
this photo
that.
in.
Wow.
And then this is what it looked like and sounded like on Highway 36 last night. A lot of fallen tree branches on the road. Thanks to Ashley for sending in this video.
Finally, take a look at this hailstone in Ralston. Mitch sent it in. Wow, fills the palm of his hand. We want to see your videos, your photos. Make sure to send them in to our social media pages.
So yeah, there's a few photos that I just showed you. And again, I had uploaded a video of the trucks around our neighborhood trying to restore power. And then I also posted some pictures of some trees that have fallen down. But yeah, it was about 37,000 people who without power. Now, we only went 24 hours. Our power went out around 9 p.m. Because remember, I had just did my little exclusive about the the court case. And like 2 hours after that, our power went out. And it didn't come on to the next day till about 7 o'clock, which was right before K-Fit's first video on her YouTube channel. That was her first live that she did. So it was about 24 hours that we went out. But my neighbors across the street from me, like in the video I just showed y'all the other day, my neighbors across the street from me went a whole nother day and a half. Because like, I don't know what it was, but our block split the people who had power and the people who did power. It was literally like they could come across the street and our power was on. And I had told y'all the other day that I had knocked on their door because they're fairly new neighbors. And I knocked on their door and I asked them if they need any food to be put in the fridge or anything. Because I got like a fridge upstairs. I got a fridge in the basement. I got a deep freezer. And so I told them I got plenty of room if they got food that they want to store. But they was like, okay, they had already took their food to a family member's house because they was going on like 36 hours. And so they was like, yeah, we already took our food to our family, but thank you so much. You know, we appreciate the offer and things like that. But yeah, you know, being that they're new to the neighborhood and stuff. And I was like, I felt bad because I'm like, I'm directly across the street from them and our power is on. And they sitting over there with little kids going into day 2 with no power. So yeah, I just, you know, it was just a human nature type of thing. Like, is y'all good over here? Do y'all need anything? You know, if you need to charge your phones, you know, anything like that. You know, I got a socket on my front porch. I got a socket on my back porch. Just let me know you coming though. Don't just be out there on my porch and my little motion thing go off on my security cameras, and I'm like, who the fuck outside? But no, but they was like, yeah, we okay, we good. So yeah, but you gotta look out for your neighbors when shit like that happens. But yeah, so I'm about to wrap it up, y'all. I'm about to get off of here. Yeah, Linda, I just, you know, I would want somebody to do that for me, especially if I had little kids. And they got little kids. Like, it looks like their oldest child might be about 7. So they got 3 little kids, and it looks like they're like 3, 5, 7, something like that. Thank you, Just Ned. It was so hot. It was already like 100 degrees here when the storm hit. And it was very, very humid. When I woke up the next day, I was so hot. About time the damn air, the lights came back on, you know, when I went live and the air had just hit and I went live right away. In my house, it was almost 80 degrees in the house. And it took all night, of course, for it to get down to like 72. But it was really, really warm in here. So, child, to go 2, 3, 4 days in the summertime when it's really, really hot outside. But it could be worse. I mean, we didn't see major storms, like major shit happen, like, you know, Hurricane Katrina. I mean, there's lots of different types of storms that people have been days and weeks, even months. You know? Florida is very humid. Only been to Florida one time, and that was to Fort Lauderdale. We went in April, and I remember it was April because it was my oldest son's birthday month. And we went in April, and it was kind of like a birthday trip for him, but it was also a birthday trip for my youngest son, whose birthday was in February, because he loves LeBron James and in Miami. He, you know, that was back when Bron, you know, was with them. So we went in April, but we got a ticket the first night. It was to a Miami game. It was a home game. So we went to Fort Lauderdale, checked in, got our hotel. We was right off the beach. And then we drove like an hour or so to Miami, went to the game, and then came back to the hotel. That was the first night we went to Florida. And the rest of the week, it was just so hot. It was raining off and on. And then it was the humidity was like, oh my God. It was so thick. So thick. But yeah, I would love to go to Florida again. It was really nice. I enjoyed myself there. The beach was nice. The ocean, I mean, the shopping, the area that we was in was very, very nice. We stayed on like a what do you call it? It's not, we weren't like, what do they call it? It's like, it was the ocean, and then it was like land, and then it was like a long river or riverfront. I forgot what they call it, but it was like a lot of boats. Like outside our hotel was a whole bunch of boats. We were literally on the water, but we weren't on the ocean. You know what I mean? I forgot what they call it. Not a riverfront, but we were surrounded by water, but not the ocean. And we could literally look out our window and see the ocean. So all we had to do was get in our car, drive about 5, 7 minutes. We had to go over this bridge. The bridge lifted up to let all the boats through. And then the bridge would go back down, and we drive over the bridge, and we were literally right there by the ocean. So it was really, really nice. And we stayed there for like a week, and we had a suite. It was beautiful. We had kitchens, we had bedrooms. It was, child, when we travel, we don't we don't do the we don't do the little motels. You know, we don't we travel, we make sure we got enough money. And then, let me just be quiet, because then they're gonna think I'm shading somebody. So let me just be quiet. I'm gonna just leave that out of the commentary. But anyway, it was in Fort Lauderdale. Hold up, you know what? Hold up, child. Hold on, Nat. Hold on. Because all I gotta do is go through my little email. I'm sure I can go through my little email and let's see. Hold on. Let's see. That would have been in, what year was that? That was before our last real trip, was before the Rona. And I remember we had went to Fort Lauderdale, Miami, and then the next year we went to Atlanta. Then the next year we didn't go anywhere because we normally take a trip every single year. And the next year it was like Rona. So we didn't travel for like 3 years. But it would have been in hold on, let me see. 2000. What year was that we went to Florida? Would have been 2016. I think we went to Florida in 2016, if I'm correct. Yeah, I think it was 2016. Yep, I remember. It was 2016 because I remember my mother passed in 2015 and we went the very next year. So, yep, it was 2016 when we went to Florida. It sure was. And it was a nice time. I mean, we had fun and everything. It was a nice time. Hold on, let me see. I'm going through all my child, I gotta go all the way back in these emails. I was trying to tell you the exact hotel we was at. Hold on. Let's see. Okay, 2016. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. All right. Let's see, the Legacy Vacation Club. Marriott. Oh, that's Lake Buena Vista. Oh damn! Now I'm going through all the damn emails because one of the emails that my cousin sent me, who had went with us, she sent me a whole bunch of emails. So it's a whole bunch of hotels. I'm trying to find the one that we decided on. It was Fort Lauderdale. It was like the Marriott. It was like Fort Lauderdale Marriott. It would probably take me forever. Here's an email. Oh my God, this is a email. Somebody said, I'm fine with the one condo. There's a couch, laughs out loud, the price. And it was $760 per night. Yep. I'm going through all the emails from back then in 2016. But yeah, it was $760 per night. I done got to the emails now. $760 per night. And we had like 7 people. I remember it was me and my 2 sons. It was my cousin and her 2 sons. It was his girlfriend. And yeah, we paid $760 per night. So that was per night, y'all. Okay. We had a big ass suite. But it was me, it was my homegirl, we were splitting everything. And I had saved up. Like when I save up, I save up. When I know I'm going on a trip, I save up. I don't go out of town and be like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to, eat here or eat there, or other people get to eat 5-star and I'm at McDonald's and stuff like that. Nope. When I go on a trip, I start early, like sometimes a year early. I'll start a year early and I'll start saving up to make sure that I can pay for the hotel and we can get a rental car and we can go here and there. Like we went to the Miami Heat game and saw LeBron. Like we just make sure we can do what we want to do when we get down there. I don't like going nowhere on a whim unless it's an emergency. Unless it's an emergency. But yeah. You say here people don't want to leave to protect their homes, but I say F that. I'm more important. Child. You know what? My bestie lives down there in Florida. And she moved down there probably, I want to say maybe 5 or 6 years ago. I know it was before the Rona, so it had to be like maybe 6 years ago. And she has experienced several different hurricanes from where she lived. And every time she is notified that they need to move, she moves. Okay? She don't play. She go inland. She drive hours to go to a hotel, something. My bestie don't stay down there. And she used to have a dog. Her dog is no longer here, but she used to take her pup and she'd be gone. Like, nope, she didn't play. And she got a really beautiful house in Florida. It's really beautiful. I mean, when she bought that house, she moved from here and she bought that house, and like the back of the house is like an oasis. I mean, it's beautiful flowers and beautiful trees, and it's a bar back there, it's a TV back there, it's a kitchen back there. She got all this shit on the back of her house. So, and that was already there when she bought the house. Just beautiful house. And she leaves that beautiful ass house every time they say it's a threat of a hurricane. She do not stay there. She be like, forget that. I got insurance. That house can be rebuilt or I can move. A generator can only do so much. You are right. Yeah, Florida is nice. Florida is nice. I really enjoy being in Florida. So, I'm willing to go back there again if we ever wanted to go back, on the trip. But I think next trip we're going to get back down to the San Antonio. We're going to be down there by Jay Wilson. I might have to pay Jay Wilson a visit. I might have to pay him a visit. Because I got family down there, and it's due time for us to go back down there. And when my cousin came up here so that we could, lay her brother to rest a couple of weeks ago, I did tell her that I know we haven't been down there in San Antonio in a minute. So I'm going to try to get there this summer to San Antonio. Well, towards the end of the summer. I don't know when I'm going to get down there because it'll be so damn hot in San Antonio. It'd be so hot in San Antonio. Oh, my God. God, I don't know what's worse. The Florida heat when we went in April, or the San Antonio heat when we went, did we go in May or June? It wasn't even freaking summer yet, really, when we went to San Antonio. And it was just, oh God, the heat was horrible. Whoo, child. Anyway, I heard Jay Wilson say earlier that he went to some type of event. Did he say Pride? It was some type of event. He said it was so damn hot. He did his little singing and he left. He was like, it was too hot. And I can believe it. It's June. And I think that's when the last time we went to San Antonio, it was like June. And it was so hot. We was out on the riverfront, like, this riverfront. The river ain't rivering enough. The air ain't enough. It was too hot. But anyway, I would like to get back down to San Antonio because that's a beautiful, beautiful city. But yeah, I'm gonna get my butt off of here and enjoy the rest of my evening. I got another long day tomorrow of work, and hopefully after tomorrow we'll be all caught up with our work. If not, I'll be probably doing overtime into next week as well. I know I got the day off before July 4th, and I took the day off because I have a cake order that they want on July 4th. And I can't wait I might have to go live while I'm decorating this cake. I ain't went live and done some live cake decorating for y'all in a minute. I'll be posting like the after, the product. But there's this cake that I want to do, and the customer requested a silver metallic cake. And they got like all these little things that they want on the cake. But when people start getting into like, okay, one of the things that the person wants on the cake is this doll. It's this, I don't know what doll it is, because I have boys. So whenever somebody brings something girly to me about a cake, I really have to Google. I remember when somebody asked me to do a LOL cake, and I was like, Tracy, lol. Remember that time when Tracy said LOL, lol? Like, what you want? What's a lol? What LOL? What is that? And they was like, the LOL dolls. You don't know the LOL dolls? No, I don't know the LOL dolls. I got boys. I don't know about the girly things when it comes to girly cartoons and girly characters and girly dolls and all that shit. So I had to research to even look up the LOL characters and all that before I did the cake. Right. And so, but anyway, there's this doll, and it's like the doll is leaning over the cake, like if it like vomited, right? Like the doll is leaning over the cake, like the doll is passed out, like it vomited or something, right? So, I told them, I don't know where the fuck that doll comes from. You gotta buy your own doll. They had the cake that they sent me, because when people send me an inspirational picture, I try to go off their picture, but I also try to put my little thing on it, my little twang on it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't like to duplicate, because I hate when people duplicate my cake art. So I don't like to duplicate people's shit. So I always put my little my spin or twist on the cake, right? Or whatever it is, cupcakes or whatever. And so I told her, all them little knickknacks, all the little trinkets that you want on that cake, you buy all that shit. They told me it was liquor bottles and all. They want liquor bottles and all kind of shit on the cake. I said, I will make the cake exactly how the cake is, but all that other shit, I don't do all that shopping for dolls, baby dolls, and all that bullshit. I'll make the dessert and all the little trinkets that go on top. You can get that and throw. I used to do that shit. I ain't gonna lie. I used to do that shit. People would send me a cake order that they done seen off of Google or a Pinterest or something. They would have all kind of things on top, trinkets or different things. And I'm like, and where the fuck did you find that? Like, how do I know what website to go to find that specific thing that they threw on that cake? Like, I used to do that, and I'd be searching the internet, and I'd be all for hours. And now I see why some cake artists, they charge for research. They charge for research. If you send me a picture and you don't know where the people got the trinkets or whatever it is that's on that, whether it's a crown, like how some people be having a crown on their cake or a tiara or something like that. And they be like, I want this exact tiara. I want this exact crown. And I'm like, okay, I used to go to all these websites, searching high and low, day and night, looking for the exact same crown, or at least the exact same mold. If I was to make the crown myself, like out of fondant and then decorate it, that's one thing. It would be either that, I got to find the mold, or I have to find the exact crown. So I stopped doing that shit, because you ain't charging. No, I'm not charging you for all that extra hours, okay? I will make the cake. You buy all the extra bullshit that go on top of the cake. That's how I do it. Yes. But anyway, View, I hope you're feeling better. You said you was a mess last night. Your blood pressure was really high this morning. Oh my God, I hope you're feeling better. View, they said, are you ready to go? View, where are you going? Are you going live? Hold on, it says, View, are you ready to go? View, where are you going? Are you going live or are you going somewhere? Let me know before I end my video. Because if you're going live, I can do the redirect like they be doing. Everybody be doing the redirect now. I did my first redirect the other day when I sent people to K-Fits. That was the first time I did a redirect. I was up here Googling and everything. How you do a redirect? But it's so easy. A redirect is so easy. But yeah, it's easier than, oh, you say you was high? Oh, shit. She was high, 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 high. Y'all remember that song? Oh, you thought she was going live? Oh, okay. That used to be one of my favorite songs, too. Anyway, I'm about to get off of here. If your view is going live, she'll let us know. I'm gonna give her a few minutes to let us know she's going live. She said, I wish I could right now. Damn, redirect me. I will. Y'all gotta let me know though. Y'all gotta let me know. See, we can start doing what other people doing. They be sending people from one video to the next video, to the next video, to the next video. They be supporting each other that way. We can do that too. Sure. All you gotta do is say I'm going live next, and I can do the redirect. She said she was fucked up. A View was fucked up. Well, View, I can't get fucked up because I've been working a lot. And if I get fucked up, I probably won't be able to clock in the next day. Even though all I gotta do is roll my big ass out the bed and roll my ass down the hallway, past a couple of bedrooms, past bathrooms, into my office. And see, I can't get fucked up because I'll be like, child, sitting here at my desk in front of my computer, barely making it. I can't do that. I learned. You know what? I often think, about people who work at home? I often think, how many people work at home probably under the influence? I be thinking that sometimes. Because one time, and I'm really going to end after this. I keep saying I'm going to end. But I remember one time I was talking to somebody and I said, I can't wait till I get off because I need me a drink so bad. This day just been, I just need me a drink so bad. And she was like, why you wait till you get off? I'm like, bitch, do you drink while you're working from home? And she was like, shoot, I might have me a little cocktail, a little wine cooler, or a little something while I'm working. I'm like, no, honey, no. And my sons will tell you too. They will tell you good. Mama don't be partaking in shit. I don't care if I got to work 12 hours or 16 hours. I will wait till I complete my whole shift before I go in there and make me a cocktail. I'm like, I can't do it because I got up here drinking and shit and trying to eyes all crossed and shit, trying to look at the computer, falling asleep because I'm too fucked up. Nope. But I'm sure there are some people who do that, who be just drinking and smoking and everything else while they working from home. I'm pretty sure. But anyway, no judging, no judgment. Let me get off of here. Y'all, can y'all please like and share the video? Subscribe to the Hood Table if y'all haven't already subscribed, please, and thank you very much. Feel free to hit the Cash App, $ the Hood Table 402, if you want to donate to the commentary or just donate to the channel. Please and thank you very much. Also, stay safe, be blessed. Just Ned said deny. You know what, Just Ned? I'm going on mute. Y'all stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant at all times, and always remember to keep it hood. Bye.